Greetings and salutations, my beautiful people. I just got back from watching The Revenant and it was fucking awesome. No need to flee, this is spoiler free. Better known as Leonardo DiCaprio sweating and frowning the movie, The Revenant is a relatively simple and apparently true story set in the early 1800s about a man being left for dead by who he thought were his friends, and how he brought himself back from practical near-death to get revenge on those who not only left him to suffer, but also those who did his family wrong, to put it very lightly. But that's not all. There's revenge everywhere. DiCaprio wants revenge on the Americans, the Native Americans want revenge on the Americans, the French want revenge on DiCaprio, the Americans want revenge on the cows, the fish want revenge on DiCaprio's beard hair, and the trees want revenge on man. This here is a beautifully shot movie, and it makes you shiver internally just looking at the amazing panoramas and seeing how the movie deals with the passage of time by characters sleeping and waking up to even more snow and ice piled up on top of them, making you never feel comfortable or safe at any moment. It's also extremely impressive on a technical standpoint, with epic choreography, planning, and practical effects displayed through continuous singular shots, and there is little to nothing fabricated here for you to feel out of the moment. And to all of you out there with a crush on DiCaprio, then this is the movie for you. You can get more up and close and personal with DiCaprio than ever before by seeing more of his body than you ever imagined right in front of the fucking camera, including one bit with his arse, boom, right there, and bits that let you get so close to his skin you can literally see into it. Yes, you can see genuine Leonardo DiCaprio open back flesh and inside out throat flesh, and you can get it right in your face. Sexy. It was also cool to see a lack of music minus gorgeous atmospheric pieces in a few places. Everything from the violent scenes to the emotional scenes are void of any music and are carried purely through the emotion in the acting. There were also no morals or forced and predictable lessons shoved down our throats to try conveying a message or proving a point that didn't need proving in the story. The story itself has no major twists or turns, and there's no simple good versus evil plot per se. It's all a question of survival and the morality limits within that situation. Character development is done in just enough spoonfuls for you to understand motivations of every character on both the Americans and native side during this period in history, and it allows you to come up with your own opinions without being told how to feel or what is right and wrong. And you wouldn't be blamed for thinking that DiCaprio had asthma or something in the movie, because he's breathing like a horny dog from the start to the end. I'm sure most of his script had brackets, wheeze and pant over and over again. The violence is definitely graphically detailed, but not too bad compared to other movies out there. It means a lot more during this story though, from the tension in between the violence, and the sudden unpredictability of that strikes you off guard and shakes you up from the slower pace of the rest of it. Not that that's a bad thing, because it isn't. The slow scenes are equally as effective, and the acting is excellent enough to keep you invested, but it's the sudden instances of brutality that make the whole thing mesmerizing as a result. And of course, one of the more prominent scenes that was a bit too hard to watch from how out of nowhere realistically brutal it was when DiCaprio became a walking honeypot for Winnie the Pooh over here. This here is an uncompromising movie, not only with pretty much everything being shot on location and seeing the actors go through the freezing end of hell to get their performances across and keep you anchored to your seat, and lots of DiCaprio screaming in the movie like this, "Argh!" but also internally like, "Ooh! I'm gonna get this fucking Oscar if it kills me, whoa!" But because it's not pandering to audiences, not looking to sell a soundtrack or start a new hashtag, not trying to be controversial or rude for the sake of a rating, not trying to insult audience intelligence with patronizing music telling you how to feel, or solar scripting for the sake of exposition, not trying to sell itself and appeal to every possible audience while meaning nothing in the process, there's no bullshit here. Well, apart from on DiCaprio's face. It's an honest and purely raw movie that feels like it was made in the 70s because of that, all thanks to a fantastic director that I will not try to fucking pronounce right now. The only complaint that I have is that I think some scenes didn't need to be as long as they were, and it didn't need to be as long of a movie that it was, which unfortunately made one or two scenes a little bit too slow or slightly boring in tone compared to the rest of the movie. So overall, I give this film 9 wheezing DiCaprios out of 10. If it's your birthday today or watching this video, happy freaking birthday to you, and please remember to stay beautiful.